what's happening, everybody? Good morning to everyone out there. I have a few appointments today, so I decided that I'll be leaving work early today. Actually about to head home right now. For anybody out there that knows anything about me, you know that the one thing I hate almost more than anything is the cold. It's why I moved down here to Florida, and I'm learning that I need to embrace the cold, and I need to take on some challenges that I've never really done before. So that being said, right now it's about 44 degrees, wind chill of about 40. Sun is out, but it is blistering cold, and I plan on riding home with my shirt off, so bear with me a moment. Whew. We are saddled up, ready to go, shirtless in 40-degree weather. Alright, and let's go, baby. Here we are. Actually, not too bad right now. I'm sure once that wind hits me in the face, gets going here, it'll be pretty good. But okay, gust of wind. Sorry if I am talking a little loud as well. I have the Rocky theme song on repeat right now, so just trying to focus on that. Last year into this year and even for the rest of my life is to continuously push myself out of my comfort zone, continuously strive to confront the things I hate the most, confront the things that I fear the most, and see if I can push through them, because that's where real growth is going to come from. If you're continuously doing the same things over and over, and you're continuously staying inside your comfort zone, it's not very empowering. Whereas if you could push yourself outside that comfort zone and start doing stuff that you don't like, you fear, or you're just unsure of, that's where real growth is going to come from. Getting ready to pass by the Redcon warehouse right now. I hear their truck firing up. Sure, I'm going to get a lot of looks today. Maybe even more looks than when I wore my Deadpool costume for Halloween on the bike. But surprisingly right now, this is pretty enjoyable. I was not expecting this. Also, for all of my friends here in South Florida, do beware the falling iguanas. I've seen a couple of them on the sidewalk this morning, and most of them, most likely, they're not going to be dead. They're just frozen in time, fell out of the tree. Day's going to warm up, sun will hit them, and they'll be back. But rising up, back on the street. Well, so far I'm maybe a half a mile, quarter mile, or half a mile to 3/4 of a mile into this. I don't feel too bad at all right now. I've actually been following people like Jesse Itzler, Steve Weatherford, Lewis Howes, all these guys that took this trip recently to go see Wim Hof in Poland, and it's really got me curious. It seems that the more I start learning about myself and pushing to my extremes, the more I find out that the human body and mind can go even that much further. So it's got me thinking, because again, I hate the cold. Friggin' hate the cold. But I'm pushing myself to do it. Trying to be uncomfortable. Ooh, Pat joined. Hi, Pat. Looking at my Tic Tacs. Woo! It's actually pretty refreshing being out here right now on the bike. No shirt, little wind, little breeze. Fortunately, I got the sun. So all in all, it's really not too bad. But I'm starting to look into Wim Hof and a lot of his breathing techniques to help regulate body temperature and be able to deal with the cold. Because that's a big goal of mine, is to stop whining when it hits the 40-degree mark. Hell, I even cry when it's 50 degrees. But this isn't too bad right now. I think I'm getting crazier by the day. Oh, poop emoji. Thank you, Pat. Whew. Alright, so this, if there's going to be any difficult part, this would be the one. Straight into the wind. 20 miles an hour. And plenty of people looking at me weird. Like I said, I think I'm getting more dirty looks from riding in this with my shirt off than I did wearing my Deadpool costume. But I don't care. Ha, thanks, Pat. Hey, Pat, are you up in Orlando for that convention, or are you in town? Say about halfway home. Feeling good, baby, feeling good. Hanging tough at the glory. When the distance not back on top, just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the cream of the fight. Ooh. Actually, I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed at this point. I thought this was going to be a little tougher than expected. It's just actually pretty enjoyable. But I have to admit, the sun is probably what's helping it the most. Wind's a little brutal in my face, but that ain't no thing. Sun's warming things up nicely again. 46 degrees, wind chill around like 41, 42. Probably the coldest it's been in Florida since I moved here about 9 years ago. And this is actually not too bad at all. Loving the looks from people right now. Yes, I am crazy. This is known. Alright, gotta stop coming up. Whew. This is actually not too bad at all. Turned out to be a little nicer than expected. I'm still getting the dirty looks and I love it. Gives me hope that maybe I'll be able to visit my family up north and not complain. Morning. Just passed by someone on a bike, looking at me like I had 20 eyes. Limits are meant to be broken. Fears are meant to be confronted and overcome. Thank you. Thank you. Well, here we are. Almost back home now. Got to get ready for my appointments today. Trying to knock them all out. I have to admit the breathing techniques actually work quite well. I'm not doing the full extent and just been practicing recently, but honestly it's really not too bad right now. It's funny with working out. There's something I like to call the Goggins effect. Watch one video from him. You're going to want to go run 50 miles. There's a new one now, Wim Hof. The Wim Hof experience, or the Wim Hof effect, where now I want to push myself in the cold. Who knows? I might go sit in the ocean. Sit in the cold water for a little bit. We'll see. Actually been pretty interesting. Not nearly as bad as I was originally expecting, which I think is a good thing. This is another good thing too, is a lot of times we might hype up certain situations, tell ourselves that we fear them or we're afraid. And yet once we start doing it, it turns out to be not nearly as bad as we were expecting, and a lot of the fear and exaggeration was just in our heads. Decide to check their mail while driving. Right, back home. Made it 3.5 miles. Really no issues at all. Not even feeling that cold. Overall, pretty happy I did it. It was a pretty cool experience. Not as bad as I was expecting, but thanks for joining me on my bike ride.